What's up? It's Eddie. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, tonight's a full moon. It's actually the last full moon of the summer, right before the spring equinox, and it just wanted me to reminded me to make a video, just trying to explain to you, just as a reminder to things that you can do with the moon, some simple things that can just help enhance your reality, that can help draw and magnetize things. Remember, the moon works with magnetism, and the moon is programmable. You got to remember that. Yeah, the moon is being used for certain evil things, but the moon is programmable, and you can program your personal timeline with the moon. If you sit there on a consistent basis and gaze at the moon and think about things you want, and think about people you want to draw into your life, you can use this as a tool. You can use this for telepathic communication. If you want to communicate with somebody over a long distance and you're trying to get into somebody's thoughts or something, you can do that. Just like when, a werewolf, he makes videos. I think he changed his thing to heavy rain or something. But shout out to him if he sees this. But he brought up how the wolves howl at the moon when they're trying to link up with other people in their soul tribe, because they know that they can use that moon as an amplifier and to connect into more of their it helps them communicate better, and it spreads out like a signal. They use it as a satellite, and you can use this too to enhance your reality. You just got to remember that your thoughts, just like you can program crystals, water's programmable with certain thoughts and sounds, and that's been proven. That's there's no even arguing about that. So yeah, so water's programmable, crystals are programmable, humans are programmable, because we're crystals and we're water. We're made up of salt, we're made up of waters, we have crystalline structures in our astral pyramids and our astral fields and everything. So we're programmable. The celestial objects are programmable. They're like plasma energetic fields, and they're being used as satellites to and they're being programmed by certain AI and certain interdimensional extraterrestrials to keep us locked into a certain reality system. But you can, if we remember who we are, that you can see now, there's two things to it. You can program it for your personal timeline and on a consistent basis. If you want to draw in the right kind of love, if you want to have the right kind of interactions and have the right energy going into your work, into your reality, maybe draw in the right type of a job. Use it whatever you want. Use your words, use your thought, and gaze at this thing. Take time. You don't got to sit there for hours and hours, but just try to take a few minutes out of each day and go out there and do it on a consistent basis, right? And try to get your energy up when you do it. And these type of things work, man. And I've seen firsthand that how the moon can magnetize the right type of things in your life. It can bring the right kind of energy into your life. And how they have these mass meditations where people would meditate, and then they all think about a certain thing, and then they try to alter the reality. I think these things would work 10 times better if they did them, but then they looked at the moon as they did it. And it don't have to be in a full moon. I just did that because maybe inspired me because this video, because it is a full moon. But you can use it at any times, and at certain times they're more beneficial than a full moon for certain other types of things. You have to see you have to go through, try it yourself, and see what types of moons work the best. Like I said before, find out when you what the moon phase was when you were born, and maybe try it on them ones and see how it goes with that, and try out different days and just see, and then keep journals, and then write, and keep track of how you feel during certain phases of the moon over many weeks and months, and then start to look back and start to see oh, my energy's the highest at this moon phase, so then maybe it will be best for you to do your moon gazing and moon manifestation rituals at that time. And then, over time, if you journal yourself and keep track, you'll see patterns, and you'll know when your energy's the highest and when you're going to be, when it's the best for you to do it. So, yeah, like I said, if we did that mass meditations and focused on the moon, we can change it as a collective. You can change your own personal timeline if you consistently gaze at the moon and think about things you want and things about how you want your reality to go. You can start making some changes in your own personal timeline cipher. But if enough people got together and took that shit serious and started gazing at these celestial objects and the type of meditation, thought, picturing what they want, we can start altering, because we'll program that fucking object, and then that amplifies into the system and mirrors back and amplifies back, and it can start playing it out in the reality system. They're already doing this to you. They do it to you. They program the shit and then put you into different situations all the time, and you're just getting bossed around by the planets. It's kind of, I think, what astrology starts getting into a little bit, because it's just getting it's types of programs that are running. And then you could do it with Saturn too, or any other object, but it's probably the moon and Saturn. If we worked on them two as a collective, we could probably change all sorts of shit just through our thoughts, focusing at them, wishing upon a star. That shit means shit, I'm telling you. I've seen firsthand how when you look at these celestial objects over a consistent basis, you can start changing shit in your reality. So just try it out, and see how it goes. And just always remember, when you know these things are going to work, they're going to work better. If you keep telling yourself they're not. So you got to remember that water's programmable. That's been proven already. Water's programmable. That's been proven. People program crystals all the time. Celestial objects, it's the same kind of idea. And you just program that shit. See it play out in your head. Say it in words. Think the words. Write it down if you want. Write it down. Whatever it takes. And then see how it goes. Depending on what kind of thing you're trying to manifest, maybe you should get into that type of a frequency. Like if you're trying to manifest, if you're trying to attract the right type of a love into your life, maybe then you should read some kind of like love novels and get like into a love frequency or something. Bring some type of a flowers into your room, put them on your altar, and then do your moon manifestation and see if you can draw in the right type of a love into your life. Or whatever type of an energy that you're trying to get into. Try to get into that mind state first. And then do your manifestation and shit like that. So these are just some things to help us remember, because there's a lot going around. This is evil, that's evil, and things are being used for evil. But we got to remember, these are actually tools too that we can use. We just have, why do you think they're trying to make you forget who you are so you can't use these things? The most amazing things are hidden in plain sight. They can't hide the moon from you. They can't hide the sun. You could do things too. As long as you're not using your manifestation to hurt anybody or to harm anybody or to like mind control and manipulate somebody, then there's nothing wrong with it. You're allowed to use this type of stuff. This is what these virtual realities are about. You just got to learn how to play the game. You kind of got to learn to like use the controller a little bit and stop having to being on a computer setting. Because a lot of people are just like done with these virtuals. They're like, fuck these things. I want out of here. I want to go back to the real reality. And they're in that type of a state because their energy's getting fucking hit hard. They feel like shit. They're getting constantly programmed by the AI and by these celestial objects that have different things come into reality that they don't really want to experience. I'm telling you, if humans start to learn how to really protect our energy, get our energy high, and then start learning how to program these celestial objects to our standards, you would really enjoy these virtual systems. They're not meant to be like torture chambers, but they can be if you forget who you are and other beings hack it and start taking advantage of you inside of them. And it gets like to this runaway shit. So just that's something too we can do, is just learning how to practice programming the celestial objects in our skies. Learn how to program yourself. Learn how to program crystals. Practice programming water and shit. Do that thing where you could play music to it and freeze it and see how it turns out. Put thoughts into water by try to sit there and program water. Then when you see results coming out of that, then start going out and doing it into the celestial objects, and you'll have more confidence, and you'll know that it's real. Because those that don't have their third eye open might not have a full confidence and shit like that about this. Even ones that have their third eye open, a lot of us still have mind control scripts running on us that are trying to make us downplay everything that we've learned and seen and understand. So you just got to do things that are going to remind you how real this all is and who you really are. Some of us have the advantage of our guides or our other aspects of ourselves having shown us these massive spiritual experiences, so we kind of can't forget and we can't be tricked by the system. But those of you who are having them kind of experiences, try working on it like with yourself. Like I said, try to do tests. programming water and see how it works, or just fucking program the moon and see how it works in your reality. Keep track of your dreams. Do whatever you can to keep track of that other versions of reality, so you start to understand that there's more than just this, and then you can have more confidence when it comes to learning how to alter the system. So I think I touched on pretty much everything I wanted to. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Peace.